Well, hello, and welcome back to Mr. Guild Plays Something on the YouTubes, and this time it's Farthest Frontier. If you haven't played this before, it's a pretty cool little game. Reminded me very much of Banished when it came out in early access a couple of years ago. I do believe it's just left early access recently, and some new things. I've been playing on and off for a few years now. It's a nice little relaxing game I like to jump into, build a world, and enjoy myself. What we're going to try and do in this playthrough is generate the biggest possible city settlement we can, letting it kind of grow organically. I'm not here to optimize and have rows of farms next to each other, etc, etc, etc. We want to kind of organically grow a lovely place that looks really nice and obviously be successful. To do that, we're going to do a couple of custom settings. That's fine. Like so. Enable custom settings. We want, I don't know what free buildings are. No, we want the cost. We'll keep that. We'll keep all of that stuff there. Clay, gold, coal, deer. I am going to go the deer to high. And I'm going to take the boars down to low because they're annoying as crap. Knowledge fine. Normal. Fish I'm going to go to high as well. Just look. We want to build something nice. We're not necessarily trying to be the best at surviving with, one turnip in our pocket. So they're kind of having that little bit of extra food just to make things a bit more. Why is deer high? Yeah, cool. Confirm that. Cool. We will kind of stick as trailblazer, so we get starting resources. There are hostile and there is healthcare. All of that issue. Just kind of standard. Stuff there. Map size we're going to turn to large. We've also disabled the settlement size so we can have thousands of villages, which will eventually shut down my PC. I don't like that name. Let's roll that again. Burwich. I like that name. That's a great name. That's what we're going to be in the valley map as well. Yeah, eventually the population will grow so large that the city will slow down and become unplayable, so to speak. This little video at the start is possibly the most annoying thing in the world, and I can't believe they don't have a skip section. Every single new game you start, this pops up, regardless of if you've been playing for 4 years or no years. It's not very long. It's just kind of annoying. I don't know why we have to have it. Who doesn't have a skip button for cutscenes? Yeah, it just seems ridiculous.
Some of us decided that it was time to leave.
And it sounds like Sean Bean.
Rather take our chances in the wilderness.
Is it Sean Bean?
Promise of a new land than starve to death in our homeland.
I don't think it is. Also, this was early access for so long. They couldn't have afforded Sean Bean, could they?
Many along the way. This wild, unsettled land offers us the hope of a new start as the masters of our own destiny.
Yeah, they couldn't have afforded Sean Bean, and I don't think it's him. Sounds similar though. I do like the music. I feel it was very of its time. Maybe when Game of Thrones was around, this sort of music. You know what I mean? Alright. Come on. Oh, Lord. Alright. Good God. Okay. I'll come back in a second. Okay, and we're back. The loading time does not bode well for my computer mid to late game. I think it's almost 5 years old now, so yeah, I might have to do something about that sometime soon if I ever have any money ever and ever again. First thing we need to do is place our town center. Just do a quick scroll around, see where we're looking for the deer there. If there's any multi-spot deer, so there's two kind of deer areas together. We're also looking for any of these forageable items. So there's deer down here, deer here, deer there. I think if we put a thing here, there's also clay here which we'll need later. So I mean, look, this should be fine just to go where we were. We'll try and avoid any trees so they can build this fast. We can't build anything else without the town center being built, so we need that to kind of happen as fast as possible. And then it's telling us to harvest. For now, I don't want to get I'll get everything, but yeah, that should be all of the tutorial bit done. It shouldn't ask me now to do anything more. I hope not. Oh, like that, get those trees. Then we're going to need some of that stone as well. We do have a little bit of these things in our wagon here already. Just going to move you over here. And then we've got the fog of war around us, obviously. Now, first thing we want is to get some deer action. Where's the deer been sighted? There's only one deer for that one. I can't see, but there's 10 deers over there. So I think what we'll do is we'll set up a little food, what is it, a hunter cabin over here, like so. And then we're going to want to start our road network and build some houses, which will be built as soon as this thing is finished. I want to give some space in between the town centre and the actual roads for maybe defence later on, stuff like that. So we're going to give like 2 blocks of space, and then connect that up, sorry, like that, and then build some housing. We're going to wait until this thing is finished. Now everything takes resources obviously, and then a little bit of worker effort. There's a load of stuff. We've got professions going on and all of that kind of stuff. All of these things that can be happened. As I said, if you haven't played, give it a shot, but very kind of Banished-esque and pretty hard. I mean, even on normal level, it's not easy. On harder levels, it's tough. But as I said, we're looking more for that kind of, let's get to the biggest thing we can possibly make that looks also kind of nice as well. While doing that, that's finished. Town centre done. Fantastic. We can now start placing some houses. Thinking about our future roads, we're going to have 2 going that side, so this will be in a corner facing inward like so. And actually what we want to do is the road will be there. We're going to put that one there. We're leaving a little gap here. We'll talk about that why later. And then let's continue this road like so, like that, and then just build this kind of square box around the town centre. We don't want them to spend too much time buggering around with roads at the moment. They do help movement, but we're not especially concerned about that right now. What we will need is a well. We're going to pop here, and actually we're going to bring this road down here because we're going to continue our houses down here. Now we will need a market for our houses. That storm is not great. It will set fire to buildings. They won't be able to put the buildings out without this well, because I do not see another water source around us close, which does remind me we probably should do a little bit of exploring. So let's get some people, put these flags out here, and they're going to go and explore. We really want a river or water source because there's going to be fish. Fish are an easy win in terms of food production for sure. And then obviously we need to keep an eye on our logs. All of our resources up here, we have nothing, so we just need to keep on ensuring that we're chopping things down as we go. And we'll have to have obviously whole wood cutting operations running later on for sure. So who the hell is attacking already? I can pause the game by pressing space. Where are the predators? What is that? Oh, good God, a wolf. So what we want to do here is get everybody, and we're going to get them to attack this wolf. Otherwise that wolf's going to terrorize us for a while. That could potentially mean, and they're going to do it with their hands, so one of them's going to die probably. Maybe not. No.
Of course.
Cool. Nobody died, but it does mean there's potentially a wolf den around here somewhere, which is kind of annoying because the wolves can be a little bit annoying to kill. Until we get proper regular soldiers, etc., etc., that could be not great. Now, pop-up is telling us we need a firewood splitter, which we definitely do. What we don't want to do is have it over here near the houses. This has a desirability. You can see that up there in the little pop-up box. We want our houses to have maximum desirability because that means they pay maximum taxes. So I think if we put this over here, that should be far enough away that it won't affect them. I don't know why they wouldn't like a firewood splitter next to them. It's not like it's, producing piles of manure or something like that, but here's what it is. Peeps be people. People be peeping. Peeps be peeping. I don't know what that means, but anyway. So we can speed up, obviously, the game time. So we can get that going to 3 times. I think you can alter it in the options back there to go 5 times, but 3 times is good for us. That's enough. Hopefully we also get a pelt from that wolf. I don't know if anybody's qualified to skin it though. This guy will, whoever this guy, the hunter will when he's ready for sure. Alright, have a quick look out here. More resources. More resources. No water source as of yet. That's fine. We'll find one for sure. Bound to be one close by. Sure of it. Okay, so this guy's going to give us our food. We're definitely going to have some storage, and a lot of the early game buildings will rely on having certain storages built. So the first one can be the stockyard. Now, what I like to do is leave this little space here for my first kind of defensive building. So I'm going to put the stockyard on this side, like that. There's no firewood. We all know that. Don't stress. Stockyard is going to go there. Then we'll want to build all of these others so that we can open up the market, which is going to start making us gold. Gold is what we want. Gold is useful. Gold is everything. Cool. This guy's going, and we can recenter the work area so that this one is going to focus. And we want to get the deer icons within the circle. Now you can see there's actually 3. So if we kind of go like that, that means our hunter is going to spend most of his time out here where the deer hopefully should be concentrated, which is great. Because there's how many here? There's some there, and one there. Excellent. Potentially could put 2 hunters here because there will be a plethora of deer in the area. Now, what we're also looking for, and on this little menu here, we can turn on things that we are searching for. The first thing we're going to be searching for is these chests, which are going to give us heaps of in-game early benefits. They'll have things like gold and certain items that are going to make it useful for us. So we're just going to keep on getting our guys running out. Obviously, if we do this too much, they're not doing anything else. I think the laborers are the ones that are sent out to do the searching. So if we send them out, then things don't get moved, etc. Now, this is the first kind of goal: 4 houses, or 6 houses, and 4 months of food, and more people will join us. We can kind of wait for that. I don't really mind when people join us or not. And then we can build a few more houses because they've got those 3 done. Now the market we want to build is going to go there. This is going to come here. Then this one's going to go like this, and this one's going to go like that. And that'll be our first little block of houses. Keep coming out a little bit. I'm going to go like that. Cool. Okay, that's my standard first 2 minutes setup. That's what I kind of do. I go blah, 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 blah. And we want to think about, we've got this nice flat area out here with minimal resources. Chest. Oh no, excavation. We can't do anything about that until we build a temple later on, so that's fine. Nice flat area, minimal resources out here. So this is where we'll be wanting to kind of build houses and stuff like that. We don't want to build houses on top of the clay mines. Nobody wants to live there. So we want to be smart about where we expand out to. And it's kind of like, feels to me like industrial section is going to go out this way a little bit towards the mines and these forests, and housing will come out this way a little bit, which will create an issue how long people will have to take to get to work. So we're just going to be wary about where, and roads and all of that kind of stuff as we go. It definitely needs firewood, so what we're going to say is harvest. We're going to not do stones for now. This whole wood here, it does hold a batch of deer, 2 patches of deer actually. Okay, let's try and just get this here and all of this like that. Hopefully just get them really on it. And then I do want this 1 stone. Stone takes a lot longer than trees, I think. So don't really want them kind of focusing on the stone, as I don't need it right now. Now just checking if they've explored anywhere good. Any chests pop up? No, just, what do we have down here? That's more clay. Do I see, is that stone? Oh, iron. Iron on the side of that mountain. That's pretty nice to have this close. It'll take a lot of time though to flatten that mountain to even out the terrain so that we can place a mine on top of it. So I'd rather a open field mine, so to speak. More clay over there. Coal there. That's great, but it's a deep coal deposit, so it's a little bit later in game we're going to be able to do that. So that's kind of annoying. We want one again. A surface mine would be ideal. All right, so we've got all of our houses. You can see up here our capacity is 20. I think we need to build a forager. Food production. Forager shack. What have we got? Over here you've got nuts and leaves and berries and something else. Eggs. So I think we'll go over here. Pop you there for now. The rest of this stuff. The hawthorn berries are kind of your basic, but nobody likes to eat them. Actually, oh, you know what? What are we doing? Mushrooms, bird's nest. Oh yeah, okay, sorry. I didn't even look over this side. Let's pop a forager shack next to the woodcutter, not woodcutter, the hunter. That should make things nice. Are we in the corner of the map with this big hill here? I wonder. Usually you don't see them that size unless it's right at the edge of the map. Doesn't feel like it. Okay, interesting, interesting. Still need to explore. Would love some water, but we are getting that if we do find a water source, it's quite far away and maybe not worth putting a fishing shack there right now. Just going to take the dude like a whole day to walk out to work and a whole day to walk back, you know what I mean? Which we have to be wary of. But we have got lots of deer around us. You know what, I'm just going to pop another hunter's cabin here. He's going to take these deer that are here, get rid of them, so to speak. And we're down to 0 food. That's great. So then let's just get everybody harvesting any berries. No. Are you doing your work, man? Yep, okay, so that person's doing their work. Let's just hope some food comes in relatively quickly. Forager shack, let's recenter you over here. Like that. Cool. Knowledge generated. Okay, so this is one of the things I didn't know about when they gave the full release, but we can get knowledge now, which is actually quite good. It's like a research tree. Quite a lot to go through, but we'll worry about that a little bit later. For now, I'm just going to use anything that gets us extra food. And we can build a university and things like that later, I think, or a library or something that increase the amount of knowledge we generate, which is always useful. Now the storage up there has been built, so that should open up more storages. Storehouse for sure we want, and all of these things hold slightly different kind of combinations of stuff. And we're going to put a root cellar there, and then in services, what does that open? Oh, we need to study the market. Damn it, that's where I should have put my research. I didn't realize that. Do we need to study it? Oh no, we need the saw pit. Ah yes, okay, so saw pit is going to be in resources. It's this thing here. Nobody likes to live next to a saw pit either. This will make planks. I hate planks. I just think it's silly. I think you got logs, use logs. Planks is just an unnecessary extra step. Just checking where they've explored, if anything cool has popped up. Ah, there's a chest. Okay, this is good. Let's salvage that and let's prioritize the salvation of that. That'll be useful, hopeful. I still can't see any water. It's going to be a hard day without fish. Fish are very, very useful. I like a fish. I like a fish. Okay. Kind of annoying without fish. Did I leave a space in between these two? Yeah. Cool. Okay. So this thing should be prioritized as well. I don't think the priority system works very well. It doesn't seem to prioritize that many things. But anyway, as long as we've got builders on it, it will eventually happen. Looks like our firewood is going up, which is great. Otherwise the buggers will freeze when it comes to winter. And we can see up here along the seasonal chart that winter is coming. So they say. What are we lacking at the moment? Stone, but that is a target. Let's just target this little one as well. And we're still lacking wood. But are we... Yeah, I've got all these things to clear, but there's just not enough of them. Our food's back up to 5 or 4 though, so we obviously got some meat, which is great, and we should look potentially into making a smokehouse, which again, nobody likes. We'll keep it over on this side of the thing, close as well to the hunter there. But this is great for preserving food, means it doesn't waste and it lasts longer. Now let's center this ring here, so it's going to get all of those nuts, that mushrooms, and then all of those leafy leafy greens on the other side over here, so that's going to be useful as well. And then that's going to be finished. We've still got lots of space for people, but we'll start building some more houses soon. I just want to get that market going so we can generate some income from taxes or whatever it is, or commerce we generate income from. Just scooting around. This is a big mountain to be in the middle of the map if we're in the middle. Interesting. Let's just do some more exploring. Would really like some water. Like so. Those guys are going to run around. Luckily we haven't found any wolf dens or anything like that, because they would slaughter us at this early stage in the game. You run out of things to do because you don't have any logs. That's fine. You're shooting all the deer. I think this guy will eventually move this whole thing somewhere else, but for now, there we go. 7 people, let's take them in. 7 people. Immigration is a great way. We need immigration to grow, obviously, as every country in the world does. But it's not gonna, it will place strain because it's 7 more mouths to feed right here, which do we need? I don't know. Yes, of course. You know, it's hard to kind of say, but for now we will accept every single person who immigrates. Later on, I would intend to have the birth rate of the settlement to be self-sustaining, but it's hard to get to be honest. Immigration is always pretty good in helping everything get better, like so. Loads of deer all over this side of the map. I think they killed that. Oh. Yeah, I know a bustling market would help. I'm waiting for the saw pit. Stop telling me what to do, game. You know, the thing is, I say I disable tutorials, but it still gives you these hints. I'm sure I disabled those as well, but it's just a little bit. It's like the unskippable title screen. I'm like, you don't really need that. You need a way to turn that off. It's a load of hunting capabilities, hunting opportunities around this map, which is great. Well, obviously, because we have no fish, we're going to have to be eating a lot of meat. A lot of meat indeed. Okay, come on, guys. Everybody get the wood. Let's work a bit faster, please. Let's chop everything down. I think we're going to have to clear this whole area. I think we do, actually. We've got deer on this side. If you clear too much, certain things like the deer won't kind of live around if there's no trees and all that kind of stuff. But I think we've got enough kind of opportunities for hunting that we could clear this little edge of forest here on the edge of the mountain. And that shouldn't affect too much our opportunity to hunt. These wood guys really need to go. Later on we can build a work camp, which is not too far away actually. We just need to get the rest of this storage built, and then we should be able to go for it. Just need this to be built, to be honest. And it's prioritized. Come on. That's another, up here, another chest. We want to prioritize salvaging that. Can have things like iron and weapons in it, which is great. Sand pit up there, which is excellent. Next to a clay deposit, great. So we want to probably get those going relatively early. Sand we will use later for glass and stuff like that. It's not hugely important. I just like to get a mine going and sit a guy in it, and he just mines it. So over time, my sand is just building up until, you know, kind of mid-game when I'm starting to blow glass. As they say, I will have the kind of stuff there. Clay gets used up heaps in the kind of mid to late game. Okay, cool. So we've got some knowledge, which is great from that chest. We've got loads of hide coats, which is excellent. Clothes, which is excellent. Some gear, some gold. So these chests are super useful at the start, and then that also gave us a bit of knowledge. We're going to use that to keep on going with this first knowledge here, which is generating more resources from foraging, which is excellent. And I think what we're going to do now is these clay deposits. That's 10,000. That's 17. Yeah, that's great. I want to come down here like that. I'll give a little bit of road for those guys, just make it slightly faster to get to work. And then I'm just going to come across like so. And I'm just going to get a little mine going. If I can. No, I can't. What do I need? Town center tier 2. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave that for later. But I do want to get that going in the background kind of as soon as possible. so that when we do need the clay to make bricks, which nearly everything in the late game is going to require bricks to upgrade, we've got that kind of solid amount of clay going on. I find if I haven't started a clay mine early, later on I'm just like, oh my god, where's all my clay? I need all my clay. I'm like that. That's exactly how I'm like. Oh my god. Water. That is definitely water. And we've got some more knowledge, which is excellent. And we're going to use that again straight into that thing. So we're foraging a lot more stuff now. And we might give everybody speed. We're not going to do anything for crops yet, but we might do this one for smoking stuff, making it easier and faster to smoke. Now, this over here is going to be water where we're going to have the potential to fish. It's a lot further than I'd usually like, but we are going to start getting a road running over here. Because we just want that variety of food. We want things coming in. You know, maybe the butcher misses the deer, but the fisherman's walking back with the catch. You know, we want to generate as much food as possible. Food is the key. Okay, sawmill is finally done. We will keep it at 2 people operating. This will have to max up pretty quickly, though, for sure. Somebody's got dysentery. They're just going to have to live with it, to be honest. Now, back here in storage. Where is it? No. What do we need? Markets. We need saw pit. Storehouse. Storehouse is just being built over here. Yeah, until we get later game, we can't do anything, but the forager over here will be gathering herbs. That'll potentially help this person survive from dysentery, but, you know, look, we're going to have some deaths. That does remind me we should build a cemetery, like so, and we're going to put a cemetery over here near the mines, because that's where everybody wants to be buried, isn't it? Not really, I know, but we don't want to. The cemetery, nobody likes living next to them either. We can move this cemetery later. We can build a big proper one later on. Again, it's just about getting through the first couple of years here, about surviving a little bit, and about being, how long have we got in that one? 53, so only a little bit more. Being kind of prepared for all eventualities. Right, definite water, fantastic, because we do need these willow bushes which grow around water. Now we do have 1, 2, 3 deer nodes. We have some kind of herbs and stuff like that. It might be wise to build a little kind of outpost here. So what we can do in our housing, we can't do it yet. We need tier 2. Damn it. Okay, so for now we're going to leave that, but I think we'll build a little outpost, stretch the city, and then aim to kind of fill our city in over this way. Obviously having a big ass iron mine in the middle, or whatever that was, coal mine, which won't be pretty, but you know, it is what it is. There's iron up there. Great. So that'll be where we're going to get our first iron going. It'll be a very small deposit. You can see that from the little arrow next to it, but that's going to be where we want to be mining for sure. Now, is this finished yet? Come on. Chop the wood, people. Chop the wood. Problem is I've got them doing too many things. They're moving around too much. They're grabbing this thing. They're grabbing this thing. So everybody's a little bit busy. And population obviously is still very low. And one guy's sick. Oh, that's fine. What else? So we've got some arrows. We're going to have to get arrows starting to be made pretty soon. Where are we? Resources. We can do the Fletcher building, which I think is wise to get on the go. I'm going to actually pop that one there like that. I'm just going to run a road like that. Like so. Okay, come on. Push. So that village secured themselves, which is great. We lost 24 meat here because we need that smokehouse going on. They're obviously killing far more things than we can eat, and so we need to start to get them preserved as soon as possible. We'll also need that Fletcher that we just started building for the damn arrows, otherwise they're not going to be able to hunt those deer there. Cool. Alright, come on. I think we are... I'm feeling pretty good. Why is there... Oh, there must be somebody out here. I was like, why is the fog of war gone in that area? I think I'm feeling pretty good as a... Yeah, we're building the storehouse, man. Chill out. Pretty good as... What year are we now? Mid-year 2. We've got the main basics set up. we've got a little bit of exploration done. We know where we're kind of going to focus ourselves, so to speak, getting those kind of early mines up for clay, for iron up here, and stuff. We do need to find a surface coal deposit, so that'll probably be our next priority. And there we've got a nice little shoal of fish, so a fish resource there. Getting the kind of wagon shop and all that done so that we can start to expand out this way, get us more opportunities for food from this side of the thing, as well as willow, which we're going to use for baskets, which improves carrying from all of these guys so they carry more, etc, etc. Oh, that storehouse is done, so that means I should be able to build the market. Exceptional. I'm going to pop that baby right there. Cool, I feel good. First year and a half, I think we're in a good spot. We will return. Thanks so much, peeps. Bye.